Friends and viewer, good day. The Railway Children, another interesting story by E.Nesbit, written by E.Nesbit, The Railway Children. So, this novel or book, a fiction, a middle grade, is published in 1906. So, Edit Nesbit or E.Nesbit, who born 1858 1924, who wrote under the pen name E.Nesbit, originally published The Railway Children as a series in the London magazine in 1905. The first printed edition of the book appeared the following year in 1906. She was prolific author, writing or collaborating on over 60 titles. Throughout her long career, her personal life was unhappy. She married Hubert Plant in 1877, and the marriage came under considerable strain through Bland's repeated acts of infidelity and resultant illegitimate children. Nesbit had 3 children of her own. With Bland, 2 sons and a daughter. The Railway Children is dedicated to her eldest son, behind whose knowledge of railways Nesbit's ignorance confidently sheltered. She died in 1924 of suspected lung cancer. The Railway Children is perhaps Nesbit's best known work and has been adapted several times for radio, television, and film. There have been recent stage adaptation of the novel in 2014 and 2020. Roberta, also known as Bobby, Peter, and Phyllis, live comfortable, privileged, lives with their loving mother and father in London. One day, everything changes. Father suddenly leaves the family home under mysterious circumstances, and the children move to a modest house in the countryside to live a far more isolated and impoverished existence. The children do not understand why their father is absent, and their mother is reluctant to give them any details about his exact whereabouts. The children cope with their adverse circumstances by forming a bond with their new home and community. They develop a deep love for the nearby railway, especially the train they nicknamed the Green Dragon. Each day they appear on the platform to wave at this train as it passes, and a passenger they nicknamed the Old Gentleman waves back to them. The children forge friendship with the railway employees, including the station master and the porter, Mr. Perks. During their times in the countryside, they have several adventures, including preventing a train accident, rescuing a baby from a burning barge on the canal, and aiding an injured boy in a railway tunnel. Although poor, the children seek to perform acts of kindness for others whenever they can, while mother maintains her fierce independence by supporting the family through constantly writing for various publications. The appearance of Russian exile at the station midway through the novel foreshadows father's whereabouts. The Russian exile has suffered arbitrary imprisonment, and so too has father who is serving a 5-year sentence for supposed treason. Although all three of the children gradually become aware that there is something strangely amiss in their father's absence, it is only Roberta, the eldest and the most sensitive of the children, who finally discovered the truth in an old newspaper article. She responds to this discovery by writing a letter to the old gentleman asking for his assistance. As the well connected, kind man is often a benefactor to the family in times of the need, the old gentleman's intervention secures father's release and leads the eventual reunion of the family at the novel's end. So, this is the story of the Railway Children by E. Nesbit. And this is a very, this story revolves around the joy of children and their play and their golden age while they were children. It is the theme of this novel is reversal of fortune, privilege versus adversity. Children is a riches to rags and back again story in terms of its plot structure. At the novel's opening, the privileged nature of the children's lives in London is strongly emphasized through the description of their large, comfortable home full of every modern convenience. And the fact that these lucky children always had everything they needed after their father's imprisonment, the children's new lives in the countryside forms a stark contrast to the life they led before. Mother warns them that they now must play at being poor for a bit, and the children soon find themselves unable to even eat as much as before, as there were buns for tea only when mother can sell a piece of her writing. The children try to make the best of things by seeking out new connection with other and new ways to have meaning in their lives. Mother urged them to be cheerful even in their own surrounding, and the children often seek to maintain a positive attitude despite their hardship. The children still try to do good deeds for others, such as when they attempt to surprise Mr. Perks on his birthday with gift in the chapter 9 of this book. So this is the story of the Railway Children by E.Nesbit. I hope you will enjoy this story.